it out, man. This Alchemist. It's the God right here.
Don't pee right here, you know what I'm saying? And don't be scared to get shitty, man. You know what I'm saying? UGTV is going down.
What's good, y'all? This is Music Soul Channel right now. You are checking out Urban Grind TV.
What up, man? This is Ludacris, and right now you are watching UGTV.
Shannon, it's the Teflon Don Ricky Rouse. And right now you rocking with Urban Grind TV. It's going down. Flock, man. Flock Bell install. 10 5 10 minutes UGTV. Don't go nowhere.
Yo, what's up? It's Eric Sermon, the Green Light Bandit in Chi-Town. UGTV, you know how I do all day. Represent that. You know what time it is.
Joel Santana, and right now you checking out Urban Grind TV. Dipset for life, Skull Gang forever, Slow Bugs, keep up. Ooh.
What's up, it's the Patty Cake Man, and you are watching UGTV right here.
It's Big Snoop Dogg, Urban Grind TV, you understand me?
Urban Grind TV, Face Mob in the building. I'll let your motherfucking boy.
Killer Cam, King Joffrey, Joe, Spacey Sparkers, and right now you watching Urban Grind TV. You know what it is. Good set, you win.
Yo, check it out, y'all. It's the dead. It's Raekwon the Chef, and you doing it big right now on Urban Grind TV.
What's good, man? It's the God. You know what it is. You watching UGTV.
Yo, what's up? It's DA to the Z, Urban Grind. You know what I mean? Television, keeping y'all updated. Get on the log in, email us, holler back. It's DA to the Z right here, Chicago, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy JL Lyrics, and we are outside at the Remover Theater, and I have a special guest with me, Miss Wendy Day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's up? It's your boy JL Lyrics, and I'm here with a special guest, the crazy, sexy, beautiful Pinqy Ring.
I got my own reggae horns. I come with my own reggae horns.
Going crazy. I love it already. I love it. So how you doing, Pinqy? How's everything?
I'm blessed.
Look,
I'm blessed, and I'm just so happy to be here.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that. It's such a pleasure to interview you and talk to you right now. So I got a couple questions for you. So take us back a little bit. So, you know, where did you grow up at? You know, how did you get into the music business? Things of that sort.
Okay, so I'm Chicago born and raised, and have been a hip hop artist for almost 2 decades now. I'm aging myself, but I'm really 21, y'all. Don't get it twisted, okay?
Hey, we can see it, trust me.
Right. And so I started my journey in music and in the hip hop industry in high school. I went to Lane Tech High School. Shout out to Lane.
Shout out.
And I was the girl that hung out with all the guys, and they were all rapping. And I was always of the mindset, like, whatever you could do, I could do better.
Right.
And so I decided to give it a try. I was always a writer, always a poet, writing stories, and it was just a step above that. But really for me, if I hadn't seen them and witnessed them living in that realm, maybe I wouldn't even have known that was something that was available for me to do. And once I did, it took off. I think I'm the only one of our graduating class that's still making music, still doing things. Yeah, amazing. So I feel like I'm holding it down for all of them, right?
Yes,
Continuing to pursue all of our dreams, because Chicago is so talented and so vast.
Yes, it is.
And I'm just adding to that story, adding a little pink to that story.
I love that. Adding a little pink to the story. I love that, man. Pinqy Ring, y'all. Pinqy Ring. That's what's up, man. So real quick, what type of musical influences that you have? You know, 20 decades, man. I mean, I said 20 decades.
I'm not that old, y'all. No, I'm a vampire.
Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, 2 decades. What type of music would you listen to growing up that, really was like, okay, I want to do that. I want to be that.
Absolutely. It's interesting because obviously hip hop, right? And funny enough, I didn't have anyone teaching me that. No one was like, you got to start here and then you go here and then listen to this album. So I'm going to age myself a little bit, but I come from the Napster age where I was downloading music, a.k.a. stealing it, right? Let's be real.
Okay.
Stealing songs, making CDs, hopping in the car, listening to them, memorizing them, right? So I was a student of hip-hop before I became a practitioner. And for me, a lot of it was, East Coast, right? I'm listening to Jay-Z and Nas and, 50 Cent and G-Unit. They were in my formative years as a rapper, they were really who I was listening to. But in G-Unit, it was more Lloyd Banks. So I'm very much a lyrical, that was the direction I went in. And one of my biggest influences was Big Pun. As a Puerto Rican MC, he was your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Everyone loved the way that he just twists and weaved his words. And so I like to consider myself a modern day Big Pun. You know,
Big
Chicago
Pun.
Big
Shout out
Pun.
Big Pun.
Yes.
Okay.
I love
see you.
lyrical rap. And you know, I have to say that women influenced me as well.
Yeah.
Remy Martin is who I was listening to. Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott, like just seeing these beautiful women taking space in this like male-dominated genre really gave me the strength and courage to try it out myself as well.
I love that story, man. I love the influences, man. That's what's up. I see why you've been in the game for so long. That's what's up.
You know, out here.
Hey, she's definitely out here. Don't get it twisted, for real, for real. So real quick, you know what you got going on, man? Tell the people what you got going on. You got anything? You shoot anything? Doing some music? Like, what's up?
Yeah, so I got a grant last year from the city of Chicago.
Nice, congrats.
It's my 4th time getting this grant, so shout out to them for like really supporting and uplifting my dreams. So new music is coming soon. I'm so lucky and blessed that I also became a mentor and an educator in hip hop, but like that took up my whole life, and I stopped doing the thing that got me into these spaces and places. So new music coming soon, and the music that I'm making is really going to center Chicago, right? Have features from Chicago artists and people that you don't know, because my platform is always to be shared, right? So if I got the mic, someone else is going to have it. The next generation is going to have it, or an OG is going to come back and spit some stuff on my tracks. So other than that, you know, I do education work, so I'm really excited to be working with the John Walt Foundation. I'm their community alchemist, so we're running an apprenticeship this summer. Also started working with an organization called Collaboration. They just brought me on as their director of youth programming. So we're doing, young people are getting paid this summer to work with us to create music and art around activism. And then touring that across the city. We'll be at Lollapalooza. We're going to be at Newbie Pier. And then I do hip hop diplomacy work. So I go overseas with the embassy, and I do work with hip hop in other countries, because hip hop, you know, like Biggie said, you never thought that hip hop would take it this far, but we this far. And so it's just a blessing to be a part of all of that. But most importantly, I'm just remembering that all of these things have come to me because I'm gifted with words and with music. And so I'm coming back to that, y'all. You're going to get some new Pinqy Ring music soon.
Hey, Pinqy Ring music is coming. Trust that.
You heard it here first,
Heard it here first, you feel me? UGTV, you feel me? So real quick, tell the people where they can find you, where they can support you, all those good things.
Absolutely. So you can find me on Instagram at Pinqy Ring, PINQY, period, RING. You can find me on Facebook, like my dad says, on Facebook. Pinqy Ring. And again, that's Pinky with a Q. The Q stands for Queen. Okay. You could go to pinkyring.com. You can send a carrier pigeon. Send your rich uncles if you have any.
Go crazy.
We got to fund the music. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I love music and mentorship. So if you're a musician out there and you want someone to listen to your music, or want some advice, or want to tap into the programming that we're doing, please reach out. I have an open door policy.
I love that. Well, you heard it here first, guys. This is UGTV. I'm JL Lyrics. This is the beautiful Pinqy Ring.
What's going on, mi gente? It's your girl Pinqy Ring, your favorite Puerto Rican from Chicago, and you are checking out Urban Grind TV. You heard?
My name is Wally Lockard III. I'm executive producer of Urban Grind Television. And I got a few words to share with you guys today.
Go ahead.
Esteemed guests, fellow enthusiasts, and distinguished members of the media and the music industry. It is both a privilege and a pleasure to stand before you today for the prestigious Midwest Music Expo. Over the course of 2 decades, I've traversed the ever-changing landscape of the industry. And it's with great enthusiasm that I share with you some of the insights and reflections garnered along this remarkable journey. Our discussion today shall be guided by an acronym. The acronym is MEDIA. A great example illuminates the path we trend in this dynamic field. I'm about to break it down for you. Let us begin with the cornerstone of our endeavors. M is for motivation. Motivation is the relentless force that propels us forward. It is the beating heart of every success story within our industry, and it is the unwavering belief in our vision, the unyielding determination to overcome obstacles, and the burning desire to turn dreams into tangible realities. In an arena where the odds are seemingly insurmountable and the challenges ever present, motivation stands as our staunchest ally, urging us to push the boundaries and unlock our fullest potential. Next, we dive into the realm of education. In an industry characterized by perpetual evolution, the pursuit of knowledge is not merely advantageous, but it's imperative. Whether you find yourself behind the mic, behind the camera, or behind the scenes, the quest for continuous learning serves as a bedrock upon which mastery is built. Embrace every opportunity to broaden your horizons, to hone your craft, and to cultivate an insatiable appetite for growth. For it's in the pursuit of knowledge lies the power to innovate, to adapt, and to thrive amidst the ever-shifting currents of this industry. Let's turn our attention to dedication. Success, as we know, is not a destination, but a journey. One that demands unwavering dedication, resilience, and tenacity. It is the tireless pursuit of excellence, the willingness to endure setbacks, and the refusal to succumb to the siren song of complacency. In a world where overnight sensations are often years in the making, like Martin said, dedication stands as the steadfast companion of the true visionary, guiding them through the darkest nights towards the brightest horizons. And what of innovation? In an industry teeming with creativity and boundless potential, innovation is the catalyst that propels us toward uncharted territories and unimagined possibilities. It is the audacity to challenge convention, embrace innovation, not as a mere tool, but as a philosophy. A way of thinking that empowers us to reimagine the status quo, to redefine the boundaries of what is possible, and to leave an indelible mark upon the annals of the industry. Lastly, we come to acceleration. They never do our slide up there, that's all right. In an age defined by rapid technological advancement and seismic shifts in consumer behavior, the ability to adapt and accelerate has never been more vital. It is the willingness to embrace change, not as a foe, but as a friend. A great example of opportunity and a catalyst for growth. As we harness the power of technology to amplify our reach, to deepen our impact, and to connect with audiences on a scale never before imagined. Let us remember that the future belongs not to the timid or to the complacent, but to those bold enough to seize it. Before I conclude, I wish to extend a heartfelt thank you to Mark Atkins for being a rock star. And for putting this event together. Your vision, your dedication, and your tireless efforts have made this gathering possible, and it serves as an inspiration for us all. As we draw the curtains on this enlightening discourse, I urge each of you to continue forging ahead with unwavering determination, unyielding passion, and boundless creativity. Let us carry forward the lessons learned, the connections forged, and the memories made as we embark upon the next chapter of our collective journey. Before I conclude, I urge you to visit UrbanGrindTV.com and connect with me on all social media platforms at UrbanGrindTV. Let us continue this conversation, this collaboration, and this celebration for our shared passion for media and music. Thank you to Midwest Music Expo for this invaluable opportunity to share in this momentous occasion. Until we meet again, let us march forward with purpose, with passion, and with an unwavering belief that the best is yet to come. Thank you.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy, Mr. Sinister Entertainer, Mr. Sinister Music Group. I'm here at a special event with a very special guest, Mary Datcher. How you doing today?
I'm good, Sinister. How you?
I'm good, fine. I don't think people understand, if they don't know who you are, they do need to know who you are. You've been doing this for a little bit over 30 years?
A little bit over 30 years. Since I was 16, born and raised here in Chicago, West Side native, but all over the city. I still rep my South Side, but I am definitely a girl from the Austin area and been in the music industry for about a little over 3 decades. And, you know, right now, just stayed consistent with producing the Global Mixx Music and Film Forum. We have our 15th one coming up this November 8th through the 10th. And, you know, I'm just proud to be consistent with presenting a platform for creators in the areas of music, songwriting, production, filmmaking, digital creation, media, PR, you name it. We try to make sure we bring everyone collectively together, but more so, I really try to make sure that we bring in credible professionals from all over the country to come and lend their knowledge, their time, their input, their mentorship to what we do. Urban Grind has been a supporter for the last 10 years.
Yes, in fact, my friend, my very good friend, Mr. Wally Lockard, was the actual keynote speaker at the last event.
Well, he was definitely one of our panelists and media partners, but he has been consistent advocate of Global Mixx. So I am very grateful for Wally's support.
I'm grateful for his support as well. He's a pretty awesome dude. Please get to know him at Urban Grind.
Power of failure. One thing that came to mind is a song by Donnie McClurkin, We Fall Down, But We Get Up. And a lot of that is due to going through the fire. Now I'm gonna go through these points because we were told to go through the points, and I did have a PowerPoint presentation, but they told me not to do it. And I'm glad because I'm a little long-winded. So the first one is acknowledgement of failure. Recognizing that failure is an essential part of life sets the foundation for growth and resilience. It reminds us that every setback is a setup for a comeback. I'll repeat that. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. I don't know how you all have gone through the fire, the storm, but you feel like you're deep into it and you have no way out. And we're still here. And I don't want to sound preachy because even though I came up in the Baptist church, but God makes no mistakes. I'm going to say that again. God makes no mistakes. Hey, Wendy. Another original saying that I do, and excuse the pun, but everyone feels like when they have an idea, it's their original idea. There is no original idea until you do it first. So when you have it in your head and in your mind, say, oh, that was my idea. How she take that? How he take that? But did you make the move to do it first? Right. So while it's stuck in your head, you gotta let it out. You gotta let it out. Taking risk with caution. While taking risks is necessary for growth and success, it's equally important to have safeguards like adequate insurance to mitigate potential losses. What does that look like? While you're sitting up here wondering what your friends may think of you, what your family may think of you, you done told all the people in the neighborhood, music's my passion, creative content's my passion, filmmaking's my passion, but you have nothing to support that financially. Your losses means you are not able to comprehend that it takes money to put your passion forward. Get a job. That's not gonna hurt you. If you work at Amazon, that's not gonna hurt you. If you work the warehouse at Walmart, that's not gonna hurt you. So mitigate those losses. Self-awareness, knowing yourself deeply, can empower you to make better decisions and steer your life effectively than trying to understand or predict others.
I was reading something that was saying you should do like a DJ or a mixtape retreat.
Man, it was a DJ retreat. Actually, did the first 2 Chicago DJ summits. And then about 3 years later, I went ahead and did Global Mixx DJ Retreat in 2005. And basically, I've always been just there knowing the importance of DJs and what they bring to the table. And my company at the time, On the Street Promotions, we were one of the top street marketing firms in the country and worked with so many people from, I would say, from Erykah Badu to Wu-Tang to The Roots to you name it. We have worked so many wonderful artists over the last 30 years. And, you know, I have to give props to DJs who helped break a lot of the music before it went to radio.
I think people stop appreciating DJs as much because we have so much technology, but tell the people why DJs are still important, especially for artists.
Well, I think with DJs, certain ones, I'm not talking about the ones that don't break music. I'm talking about the ones that take a chance on new music or independence without having anything or wanting anything in return. I think that's very important because often the game is played where you have to have so much to get little back. And I feel like you have some wonderful DJs out there that just hear a great song or they see the grind of young artists, even artists who've been in it for a long time, and they just consistently move with them as their career grows. And that's, to me, the heart and soul of a genuine DJ, is one that sees the music, understands the grind, supports where they can without asking for much in return.
Man, that's awesome. As an artist myself, I do understand the importance of a DJ, and actually a real good DJ is going to be all those things and more. But what keeps you grounded in this profession? What keeps you going? What makes you want to keep doing the things you do for artists and DJs?
Because, you know, one thing, I never put all my eggs in one basket. You know, although I've been in it and I've been supportive through my various ventures, my, you know, taking hits, came back, taking hits again. You know, the discussion I had here at the Midwest Music Expo with my 7 minutes and 11 points of wisdom was, we fall down, but we get up.
Yeah, I appreciate every word you said.
And that is really the sake of so many of us. It doesn't even matter if you're in the music industry. Everyone at some point has fallen down and felt that they couldn't get back up, but they rose anyway. It's like if you have a scrape on a playground, you see little kids bounce back like little rubber bands. And it's the same thing as adults. We just put way too much more emphasis on the failure as opposed to the success from the failure.
Exactly.
And that's, you know, what I find is important of keeping me grounded, but also I have other ventures that I work with a lot of elected officials. I work on different other events and policy and not-for-profits, and I find ways of integrating that with the music industry as well.
That's awesome.
Be yourself. Talking about failures. It's okay to talk about your failures. I failed, got up. I produced 2 DJ summits in 01 and 02, trying to put the city on, trying to get the DJs to support each other, bringing in artists like Faith Evans and Naughty by Nature and Chingy and so many others. And what I found was the DJ community didn't even accept supporting each other. And so that discouraged me, and I put my tail between my legs and said, I'm not doing this shit no more. And I got a phone call from Tony Neal from the Core DJs and said, hey, I want to produce my first Core DJ retreat. I want to do it in Chicago. I did it, and that helped him. And that helped me launch Global Mixx Music and Film Forum. At the time, it was Global Mixx DJ Retreat. Learning from failure. Gotta learn from your failure. I learned from mine. I fell down, but I got up. Come on. Seeking support. Balance giving. 8, valuing your mental health. I'm gonna say that again, valuing your mental health. Prioritizing mental health is essential. We hear of meltdowns, we hear of attempted suicides, successful suicides, because pressure is too much. Give yourself a break and retreat. That's it. Give yourself a break. 9, understanding your role in failures. Be accountable for your failure. Admit sometimes that you fucked up. But learn from that. Holistic self-care. Again, take care of yourself. You can't save someone else until you put the oxygen mask on yourself first and foremost. And lastly, spiritual reflection. You gotta have a base. You gotta have a base for spirituality. Whether it's Most High, whether it's Buddha, whether it's Allah, you gotta have a foundation. That's what's gonna get you through the fire. As creators, we don't always understand our impact on the world around us. Art is universal, that transcends beyond and touches each person differently. That is power. That is God. Each of us move differently, but we can come together as a magnetic force that cannot be moved. Understand your power.
It's truly appreciated in the community too, because like I said, I am an artist myself, and to me there are a lot of people that are trying to get over, trying to use some of these independence weaknesses, not knowing what to do and what come next, and just being educated is like half the battle, and you're a great educator when it comes to this too as well.
Thank you.
I have to give you your flowers though, like you are very appreciated. Like I said, over 30 years, over 3 decades in this. What's the one thing, the one thing that you want to leave with a person? What do you want to be your lasting impression?
Well, one thing is I stand on some real strong shoulders. We all do. And there were people before me that allowed me to stand on their shoulders. And, you know, I'm very grateful. And that's why I try to make sure that those can stand on my shoulders. I try to make sure that my shoulders are strong enough in this business so that one day someone can say, I stood on Mary Datcher's shoulders and this is why I'm here. And that's really important, is to make sure that we pay it forward. That is the theme of this year's Global Mixx Music and Film Forum that we're holding in November, is pay it forward. How are you paying it forward? Because, you know, you can't expect blessings if you're not giving blessings to somebody.
Exactly.
And that's the heart and soul of karma in itself, the laws of attraction.
Karma is a pendulum that always swings back.
Exactly.
I'm so appreciative of your strong shoulders. Where can they find Global Mixx, and better yet, where can they find Mary Datcher?
Well, Global Mixx, visit our website for more information on our upcoming forum in November 8th through the 10th, and globalmixx.org. Follow us on IG at Global Mixx with 2 X's Music. Follow us on Facebook or Global Mixx. Follow me at Datcher on IG. I'm everywhere.
That's awesome, man. This is another great award-winning episode of UrbanGrindTV.
Hi, I'm Mary Datcher, founder of Global Mixx Music and Film Forum, and you are tuned in to UrbanGrindTV.
What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business. We are live from the Ramova Theater. Just wrapped up the Midwest Music Expo. I'm here with Martin Atkins, the Rockstar legend, man that put all this together. How you feeling right now?
It's weird, exhausted, but really energized. Like, you could take 5 minutes from every single person on every panel that spoke today and put that together. It's like a inspirational self-help tape loop that will get you through the next 5 years. I love it.
It really was.
Yeah, it was great. You did a good job, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm telling you, when I was writing it, I was picturing Wendy in the front row, putting all the pressure on me, and I was like, if I get a chance to meet her or speak in front of her, I'm bringing my A game. And God is good because it happened today right here. And thanks to you, man. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this.
That's the power of Wendy in a room.
Yes, it is.
She does that to all of us.
Make you stand up a little straighter.
And just want to be better.
Yes.
You know?
That's what we strive for.
Yeah.
You know, and so you put this together, obviously not for you. It's not for Wendy, but it's for all the people that are the next generation, the next people that are building their legacy, creating content or making music. What is your message to them?
Well, I don't. So I'm going to say selfishly, I put it together a little bit for me.
Okay.
Of course.
Fair enough.
I'm on the community panel. I'm sitting there listening to Wendy. We're hanging out. You know, I get to focus my thoughts. But also for the community, my friends just bought a bar across the street.
Nice.
Tyler and Emily took this thing on 5 years ago. I want to support them. The coffee shops around here. There's a bookstore up the street.
That's a great community.
It's trying to like lift this thing and start something that can grow into something else. So it's difficult when you have straight up advice for an artist. It seems like this is how to make more money, and it is, but it actually leads to creating more relationships and deeper ties to friends and fans. Sometimes artists don't want to hear that. Sometimes they do, you know, but it's kind of for them and also for my students who get to past, present, and future, who get to, there we go, past, present, and future, who are talking with each other. Students from 18 years ago talking to students who are thinking about going to Millikan next year. It's like, it's just a magic. And they get to put this together and they get to walk away from this. I tell them what balls were dropped nicely, but they get to walk away from this also with me encouraging them, saying, look what you did. And I'll always do that. Look what you did. Look what you made happen. And if you could do that, you could do anything. And if a student thinks they can do anything, they fucking
really can.
They can.
They really can.
It's magic. So for all of that, I mean, this isn't like a make-believe game where if you sign this artist, go forward 3 spaces. Actually, it should be a board game, really. But this is real stuff with real consequences. And they all handled it really well. I've seen a couple of my students go from not being very good in class to excelling at this shit. So that they might think, great, we did it. I'm like, no, you just gave me a way in. Now you're getting pulled into the business. I can hit you over the head and make sure you get your grades up because you got to graduate and move on. So
I heard somebody say it's not what you want or what you acquire, it's who you become in the process. How important is that? Do you think the growth, the mistakes, the gentle feedback when you say, hey, listen, team, we can do better. This is what we want to focus on. How important do you think that is to a person or an artist?
Well, so they're also learning how to learn, and they're learning who they are. You know, some students are working 3 jobs and losing their minds. I'm like, well, at least you're learning which pair of pants to put on in the, you know, right. And I'm always trying to reinforce in them that customer service. Maybe they're working a customer service job. Fantastic, because you need that skill. Trying to elevate them, and I've forgotten the last part of your question.
Just like we talked about, like not just what you want or what you acquire, but who you become in the process.
Right. So there's a couple of things I do as well. I require them to do a reflection. What did you learn? If you could go back, what would you tell yourself at the beginning? What would you do differently? And they all say, I would have taken this more seriously from the get-go because we needed that time because we didn't have it last week. And that's great. But then I use my creativity and I say to them, now, I want you to write a letter to a student who's just sat down in this class. I want you to speak to that student and set them straight. And that carries more weight with them than a test or a quiz or a grade.
Yes.
It's like, no, you're writing to yourself, right? You could help these next students do this better. What would you tell them? And that really kind of like, holy crap.
Because you're teaching them to think on their toes as opposed to remember and regurgitate something.
Right. And I'm also asking them to be the teacher, which is like they never thought that they would be in that role. I love you, Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy. We love you. See, now we're keeping that. John, keep that.
You kidding me?
We're keeping that in.
That's going on a loop.
So, this is Welcome to the Music Business Show. Fucked. Gets a little bit confused. I was down at South by Southwest, what was this, 2 months ago? Really honored to be chosen to speak down there. And then it turns out there's arms dealers involved. There's all kinds of shit going on down there that made it very difficult for artists to be there. We were being surprised every day, and I was like, what were we talking, that morning? Yeah, I was calling everybody, I'm like, hold on a minute, there's missile manufacturers sponsoring this event. I'm a fellow of In Place of War, Peter Gabriel, Brian Eno, and how am I supposed to straighten this? And Wendy's like, well, do whatever you do. If there's some artist there who came to get some advice from you, don't you fucking let them down, right? Right, that's what you said. Don't you dare. I'm like, all right. So I stood on stage and said, I can't speak today, but I'll sit outside with you for the next 5 hours if you want. So, this is Welcome to the Music Business, you're fucked. Everything is changing all the time, except this slide, which has been in my presentations for the last 15 years. That's also Heraclitus, right? Only constant thing is change. Bandcamp is fucked up. It became Song Trader. 50% of their employees got let go. Labels are letting everybody go that could make a difference. Right? All the executives are staying there, right? So if there are any label executives here, yeah. Also, fuck off. But all the people who could make a difference are gone. So I would say if you're looking for a deal with a label, why? I've been saying that for a long time, right? Especially now. Why? You just got to do this stuff. At least there's still TikTok. Yeah, I don't know about that. Right? See, you're talking to the old guy now. AOL, motherfuckers, 9.0. There was Friendster before there was MySpace, before there was Facebook. I had 90,000 followers on MySpace, and here comes Facebook. I'm like, oh, this Facebook's amazing. 6 months later, I go around to my MySpace disappeared. You've got to take control of your shit. What else has got? Microsoft is laying off people. I don't know what this Taylor Swift slide is about, but you've got to have one, don't you, really? And this just seemed horrible. Anna Wintour kept her sunglasses on the entire time she was telling Pitchfork staffers they were getting laid off. So if you want to be a journalist, I don't know about that. 40,000 songs are uploaded to Spotify every day, except it's 60,000, except it's 70,000, except it's 100,000 songs a day being uploaded. So, ooh, what's special about yours? Well, the middle section, 80% have only 50 listens a month. But this is the thing. 13,500 artists make more than 50 grand a year. And when I say artist, that could be an artist with 4 people in the band and a manager and a label, right? So it's tough. It's tough. 45 million songs were not listened to once. Like, if that was me, wouldn't you just listen to your own songs for like an extended 3-day weekend? Right? So you go Tuesday morning, you go, oh my God, it's amazing, thank you for your support. We're up to like 700 listens, because you fucking listen to it, right? You can't even listen to your own shit to create the facade that somebody cares. You've got to stay on top of the newest technology. I can't stress that enough. You must stay. You've got. Really? Oh, was that me? Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi. No, I'm presenting at the Revolver. Yeah, bunch of degenerates, actually. Yeah. That is my favorite gag of all time. Anybody flying this weekend? I don't want to alarm you. I've never had anybody asked me what's up with that phone. Security, they're just like, oh yeah, Starsky and Hutch, cell phone from the 80s, no problem. Yeah, so yeah, you're fucked.
So the Midwest Music Expo, what was your inspiration for that? Was it music festivals you went to, or what was it to bring this together? And I'm so glad you did it here.
Thank you. It was a bunch of things. The desire to set a challenge for students, my selfish desire to looking at a 16-week semester with a different subject each week, thinking, there's a class called Senior Seminar, and I just thought, this is going to be shit. And I thought, hold on, copyright, touring, event management, legal issues, marketing, what if each one of these was a panel and we just shove all the classes to the end, 1 or 2 crazy days, then I can have the students get that knowledge at the end, but also put this whole damn thing together. All right, no contest. I'll always choose real world over make-believe. And then also we just did it in the city of Decatur because that town is struggling. Benny was talking earlier about the struggles he has in his community. And wow, Wendy is amazing.
She's the bomb.
I can't say how amazing she is, because she is. So it's a desire to help that community down there, but also by doing it here, we're building a pipeline. You know, I think the first time somebody comes up from Decatur, it's like, it's 3 hours. But you know, it's Brian, Brian, who runs the School of Music. This is the 10th time he's made that trip in the last 6 months. So people just get used to it, and the opportunity is here. The need is in Decatur, the opportunity is here. So you build that pipeline, you strengthen the pipeline, and it makes it all work.
So I want to go to the museum. We're really excited. Urban Grind, we definitely got to set some up. We're going to come out to the museum.
We do.
It's here in the Bridgeport area, right?
Yeah, it's 3 blocks up the street.
3 blocks up. What was your motivation? It's just you had so much stuff you collected and you didn't want it to go like get tossed. What were you thinking when you said, I'm going to do a museum?
Well, so I collected a lot of stuff because I'm old. I've been in a lot of bands. I had a record label. I built scenery. I screen print. So there was a lot. During the pandemic, we did about 80 or 90 Zoom sessions, and people are joining in from all over the world. Oh, is that Max leaving? People are joining in from all over the world, and really, these things had a real impact on them. And so I just thought to myself, if I don't do something with the stuff that I have in the space that I have, it will never be easier, and I won't do it. So I rearranged the space and put some things up, started to realize how much stuff I had, and there's a lot, but it's $125 to become a founder.
I was in. I came first round.
Thank you. But because I'm old and the fans of some of my bands are older, I wanted to come up with a way that someone who didn't have any money would be able to get involved. So I'm like, okay, look, fill out this form. You could donate your ticket stubs or a t-shirt or something interesting, thinking that people would think, I'll give them this $100 thing. It's kind of the equivalent of the $100, $25 t-shirt. But people who already became founders donated 30 t-shirts. People donated stuff, then became founders, then donated more stuff. It just had no rhyme or reason. It wasn't transactional. There's just love. And all the stuff started coming in. We did an event the day after Depeche Mode played at the United Center. So it was like a Depeche Mode day after, come and see the museum. I get this email, can I ask you what Depeche Mode memorabilia you have? I'm like, yeah, we have absolutely nothing. I don't think I even have, I don't have a button. And I thought, oh, here we go. This guy's going to be, well, you shouldn't be doing, whatever. I just thought some Depeche Mode fans might be interested. 2 weeks later, this upright vacuum cleaner box arrives from Germany, filled with European Depeche Mode posters, tour programs. People are just so generous and loving. It's like, so I've said a few times, Do I want to do that museum every day? No. Is there a day when I ever want to give it up? No. It's this weird thing, you know. And we have the oldest Nine Inch Nails demo cassette that I know of from 1985. Trent gave it to me in a laundry room at a party. Long story. And, you know. And I sold that cassette in 2010 for $1,400 on eBay.
Oh, wow.
You know, I got 4 kids, music business, whatever.
Yeah.
And in December of last year, I get an email. Hey, are you interested in this cassette? I'm like, oh,
It's the one you sold.
Yeah, here we go.
got
$7
it
grand,
back.
$8 grand. What are we talking? The guy said, what do you mean? What are we talking? I'm like, do you want this cassette back? I bought it from you for $1,400 in 2010. Wouldn't even let me pay the postage.
Wow.
Send it back. And that's happened 20 times with different things. And I can't let go of it.
Because I mean, you're gonna do is you're securing the legacy of this music, of this culture. You're securing it because think about it, people die, and they throw your stuff in the garbage. Yeah. It gets stuck in trash. They throw it in the storage. It depreciates, and then nobody really understands the value of it like you would. Right. So I'm glad you raised your hand and say, you know what, I understand the value of this generation, of this culture, and it's part of your life, part of your story.
Well, you know something else that the museum's taught me? Wendy was over there maybe 18 months ago. It's Wendy Day. You know, Eminem this, Twister that, but yeah. I'm like, oh, well, okay. So I thought I'll just give her the tour. And so I was being an asshole tour guide over here. Like, as we move through the room, you know, here's my drum kit from this. Here's this amazing object there. And she's over in the corner looking at the wall. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, Wendy, as we move along, I was just being an asshole.
Trying to keep her going.
Moving along as we on our left-hand side as we move, and she's just quiet. And there's this torn-out ad from a newspaper in Montreal from a ministry show in 1990. Fufun Electrique was the name of the club. It's just on the corner of this big box. She's like, I was at that show.
Get out of here.
And she stood there for another 10 minutes. And then a week later, she sends me an email. I'm like, oh, what's this email going to be? She's like, I can't believe you have that app from that show. And so what the museum has taught me, and it's different things for different people. I don't know shit about what's important to people. You know, sometimes you just got to let people do their thing and stand back and observe instead of trying to guide the whole thing. It's been amazing. It's been amazing.
Protect your assets. By that I mean always have something else to sell. Protect your assets. I like giving stuff away. It's silly if you don't have something behind it. You know what happens if you give somebody a shirt? A lot of times, here we go. They'll fucking buy a shirt. It's insane. You would think, I gave them a shirt, that's that. No, thanks for the shirt. Can I buy that shirt? It happens all the time. Okay. Great. Great. Didn't fucking bring any, did I? That's my voodoo doll. Which Don't just do more, be more. This is what I do. I play drums, I write, I speak. I'm a bad DJ, I teach. I own a record label, I'm a producer, manager, screen printer, scenery builder. I own a coffee brand, sound library, music publisher. You could add a language. Languages are good to add. Customer service is never a bad thing. Inventory management, photography, chef, balloon bender. One of my kids is a balloon bender. Yeah. He makes a mean gun out of balloons. Cookies. Thanks, Aaron. You need to diversify the multiple skill set. Be hyphenated. I love this picture of Tom. Tom. Also my green plaid suit, but made by Sandy Powell. But Tom's our engineer, producer at the studio at the museum. And here he is making pancakes. That's what you need to be able to do. Oh, what do we do today? Pancakes? Let's rock. Instead of, hold on a minute, pancakes, I'm all about Pro Tools, not pancakes. I don't have to tell you what that means. It's not a village in Wales. Gythwydus. Great things happen when you do stuff. Nothing happens when you don't. And like, one thing that happens with my slides, if you're getting something from these, that's great. This is for me. This is for me I'm reprogramming myself here. Great things happen when you do stuff. You don't always know what's going to happen, but forward motion is better than no motion, always. Stop worrying about the perfection of your art. Ooh, I like this one. Yeah. How do we put 20,000 fans in a stadium? Don't have a clue. I do not know how to do that. But if you don't know everybody here today, you could meet a few people today, right? Chances are there's some kind of broadly like-minded individuals here. What a great opportunity. Now, hands up if you're not shy. You fucking lying fucks. Hands up if you're too shy to put your hand up to say that you're right. I don't know what I'm saying, but this is the skill. I don't know how good a guitarist you are. You better be good because there's 740 million. But you could be better at meeting people today, right? You could meet two. And you could meet two more tomorrow. You could meet two more after that. You could have like Tuesday and Wednesday off, come to bingo on Thursday here, meet a few people, right? You get better at it. You might have days where you meet 10 people. You're not going to be solid, firm friends with all of them, but you'll know them. Hey, whoa, what's going on? And then eventually, you might need a stadium to put those acquaintances in. Nipsey Hussle said it a lot better than me. Instead of trying to build a brick wall, lay a brick every day. Eventually, you'll look up and you'll have a brick wall. Fucking Nipsey. He kind of inspired me when I started the museum 3 years ago. I just went on Facebook and said, hey, I don't know what you did today. You could be a founder of a museum. Click here and buy a fucking shirt. Bam. Are you here to tell me something, Katie? Oh, okay. Thought I was going to get the 2-minute warning. Thank you. Small stuff plus time equals huge stuff. It takes 7 years to be an overnight sensation. Small stuff plus time, right? We're in a society where we want things really quickly. And this shit doesn't happen quickly, just doesn't happen quickly. You need the time. And I think if you add in 7 years, it gives you a different perspective of what you're up against and how to get there. You're not looking for immediate results every, hey, nice to meet you. Will you listen to my song? Fuck off. Just like, nice to meet you. Oh.
So if people want to check out the museum or donate money, or if they got some artifacts sitting at home, how can they get a hold of you or check out the museum?
Well, there's martinatkins.com. That's easy to remember. The Museum of Post-Punk and Industrial Music is PPIM. I'm on Instagram. It's confusing. Flowers Fight for Sunshine. I'm on Twitter as Martine. I tell my students to consistent branding.
Right.
There's none of that. But I'm easy to get a hold of. For the summer, I'll be doing tours by appointment. Nice. You've got to come visit.
Yeah,
come and do an episode.
Yeah, we're going to do an episode.
Yeah.
Definitely. You got to be out there. Martin, again, I just want to thank you, sir, for your contributions. You're such an inspiration to the business, to myself. I had the honor since SAE, since the Culture Impact Award, and I get motivated every time I talk to you, every time I see you doing something for the culture, for the industry. And again, I just want to thank you for thinking about UrbanGrindTV and making us a part of this.
Thank you,
and
man.
Wendy was one of my checklists that I wanted to meet, and she just had no idea. So you definitely made a dream come true today.
She's great.
She's awesome, great. And I didn't expect her to be so awesome.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Yeah.
So a dream come true, man. Thank you again.
Good deal.
So much. It's your boy Wally, a.k.a. Mr. Music Is My Business. Wrapping it up from the Midwest Music Expo. My boy Martin Atkins. We'll see you next time. Let's go.
This is Martin Atkins, and you're watching Urban Grind TV.
What's going on? It's your boy Wally, a.k.a. Mr. Music Is My Business. My co-host,
JR Lyrics.
And we are live from the Midwest Music Expo. Had an amazing day.
Yeah, we did, man. Yes,
Had
we did.
some great panelists.
Man, great. The 7-Eleven was going crazy.
It was.
Man. It really was.
It was dope. I had the honor to participate in that.
Yeah, man. Shout out Urban Grind TV,
Yo,
UGTV. You feel me?
Yes, I practiced. I had so much pressure because Wendy was in the front row.
Man, Wendy's a beast.
And in my head, when I was prepping, I'm like, watch Wendy be in the front row.
Right.
And so the pressure was on. I called her Hip Hop Bigfoot. It was somebody that I've been trying to meet and run into just to like feel her energy and kind of soak up her vibe and see if that'll rub off. You know what I mean?
Right. Me too,
but
man.
I mean, she's just an amazing human being. There was so much knowledge that was shared. And so how'd you feel? This your first time?
This is my first time, you know. Thanks to you, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Urban Grind, you know what I'm saying, for having me. Actually, this is my first time being on the mic, so just in case y'all don't know.
New host.
You know what I'm saying? New host on the Urban Grind TV network. So, yeah, we out here, baby. But, man, just being out here with y'all guys, just sitting down, soaking up all the gems, just hearing amazing people just talk and say their truth, bro. It's amazing.
This is the music business. A lot of people talk about the music industry.
Yes,
the music industry is not you performing in front of your same 10 friends.
Exactly.
And over because you don't want to get outside your comfort zone.
Correct.
This is the music business where you come, you learn, you innovate, you network, and you never know who you might run into. Shout out to Sinister, man. He held down some of the hosting with us today.
Shout out.
Martin Atkins is a legend in the business.
So many stars out there, man. So many legends, bro. We had Mary, I'm screwing up her last name.
Mary Datcher.
Thank you, Mary Datcher. She's
Global
amazing.
Mixx. We'll be there.
So
we'll be there this year.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will represent the brand and business. Absolutely. Yes. But yeah, so many great people, bro. So many great people, man.
Shout out to Milliken University.
Shout out,
putting this together in collaboration with Martin Atkins. We're gonna get Martin before we get out of here, man. So let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, man. Once again, my name is JR Lyrics. You can find me everywhere at JRLYRIQUES.
It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music Is My Business, and you're watching Urban Grind TV. Let's go. What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music Is My Business from Urban Grind TV. I'm here to announce my brand new book is out. It's available everywhere books are sold. It's titled Music Is My Business, the ultimate startup guide to the music business. You can check it out at musicbusinessebook.com, Amazon Books, Barnes & Nobles, and everywhere that books are sold. And it will help you turn your love for music into a sustainable career. Check us out, musicbusinessebook.com.